Yo, what's up? My name is Rich. Welcome back to another video. In this video right here, we're going to talk about the different methods of t-shirt printing. Well, it is t-shirt printing for the most part, but a lot of these methods can be used for different things. This is just a very basic intro into t-shirt printing and the different formats, especially since I know a handful of y'all follow me from print on demand. So even if you're not looking into printing your own stuff, it's important that you know what is going on behind the scenes of your actual business, because there can be times where you want to take control of your product. And this is just gonna show a few different methods and the way your products are being made. So this is a very basic introduction into that, looking into the different t-shirt printing methods. And as I have promised, at 10,000 subs, we're gonna do a giveaway. Guess what? I was able to find somebody to sponsor this giveaway. Heat Transfer Warehouse is going to give away a heat press and a $200 credit that you can use on SupaColor transfers. So what does this mean? If you want to get into t-shirt printing, if you want a backup plan for your print on demand service, if you want a heat press, if you want some heat transfers, this is going to be your chance. This is all you have to do. Subscribe to my channel, subscribe to Heat Transfer Warehouse, and follow both of us on Instagram. That's all you have to do, and once 10,000 subs come around, I'll let you know of the final entry method for your chance to win a heat press and $200 credit that can be used for SupaColor transfers. That's amazing! This is amazing! I can't believe we're doing this. We're doing it. But anyways, let's get straight into the video, and then we'll talk more about that later, maybe, who knows. Let's go. Okay, welcome to this small little presentation that I put together for you. This is t-shirt printing for beginners, not intermediate, not advanced. I mean, I guess it could be intermediate, I don't know. T-shirt printing for beginners. These are some of the more typical t-shirt printing methods. There's a few others, but these are the very basics. So this is screen printing, a process where a mesh is used to transfer ink onto a substrate. So here's a quick little video. As you can see in the mesh has certain areas that allow ink to go through. And where the ink goes through, it goes onto the garment. So as you can see, there's different colors being laid down. So each color has to go onto a different screen. And as you can see, it's very, very quick. You could also put more than one color onto a different screen for like gradient type effects for printing. Now I'm getting too far intricate too fast. But anyways, let's keep this simple. So the garment goes onto the platen. The screen is pulled down. It only has certain areas where the ink can go through, which is the print area or the design itself. So once the ink goes through, it goes into the garment or for the areas of the screen that's not blocked off. So as you can see, it is very fast. This is with a manual press right here. As you can see here, this is an auto press. So this is even quicker than the manual press because you have that press moving around in circles by itself and it pushes the ink down by itself. Once the ink is on the shirt, you take it and you throw it on the dryer for the ink to cure, and that's pretty much it. So this is very cost efficient. The cost of ink is very low. Can be used with most garments or substrates. When I say like non-garments, you can print it on like a towel or like a cardboard box even, and other things, you know. So it doesn't always have to be a t-shirt, but these methods can be used for more than just t-shirts. But we're gonna talk about t-shirts mostly. You can print very intricate designs with this, and ink is absorbed into the shirt, or it can be depending on if you're using water-based ink or plastisol. It depends, but screen printing for me usually has the best look on a t-shirt. I love the way the ink sits on top of the shirt, whether it's plastisol or if it's water-based and it's absorbed into the t-shirt. It just has the best look, and you can get a whole bunch done very easily. It's great quality and it can last a long time. So the next thing we got is heat transfer, and we talk about this one a lot on the channel because it's so easy to start and it's so easy to learn. This is a method that places heat transfer media onto a substrate using heat and pressures. It can be used with most garments or substrates. This is gonna be the last time I say this, since mostly we're talking about t-shirts, but you can use this for mugs and all of that as well. So I just want y'all to know you can use these processes for more than just t-shirts. But for the most part, you can use this on most garments, whether it's cotton or polyester. Most of the time, polyester depends on the heat, and it depends on the type of media that is going onto the garment itself. You can be limited by intricate designs depending on the print method. So vinyl itself can be very difficult because you can't really do intricate designs like that, or if you wanted to, then it will be a super pain in the butt to weed out the vinyl. So you're going to want to stray away from that. However, if you have a digital heat transfer printer, you can print it on there and press onto the shirt very easily. Or you can order different types of heat transfers, such as plastisol heat transfers. So basically, the plastisol heat transfers are made with a screen printer onto a sheet of paper, sent to you, and you just press onto a shirt. Same thing with like SupaColor. SupaColor is a transfer that's pre-made for you. All you have to do is send them the design, and you just press it onto a t-shirt. So those are some things you can easily outsource the design to without having to have too much equipment. All you need is a heat press. As I was saying with vinyl earlier, I don't know if I mentioned, but you need a vinyl cutter to do that. So this is a very simple process. So the media, referring to whether it's vinyl, transfer paper, whatever, is placed on top of the garment, and you just press it down. But it's not necessarily absorbed into the garment. It just sits on top of the garment, but it's attached to it. It's kind of like a sticker, I suppose. That's a bad way to say it because it just sounds like it's not permanent. However, it can be very long lasting if done properly. Heat transfer vinyl, for one, can most definitely last out t-shirts because it just needs to be done properly. Most of the time, the issue is with the heat press itself. It just needs to be a quality heat press, holds the right temperature, hold the right pressure. So that's pretty much it for heat transfer. The process can be slow depending on your method. If you're using pre-made transfers from like another company and you didn't have to worry about that process and you're just throwing the transfers onto a shirt, it's very quick. Alright, so the next one we have is dye sublimation. So this is a printing technique which uses heat to transfer dye onto materials such as plastic, card, paper, or fabric. Once again, I did more than just t-shirts. But this can only be used with some fabrics, mostly polyester. You can use it on like 100% white cotton and whatnot, and there are some that kind of work with dark garments and whatnot. But for the best results, polyester. It can print complex designs. It's like a regular printer. It's just printing onto a sheet of paper, right? But the ink is absorbed into the fabric. And how is that done? Well, once the print is on the paper lays on top of a shirt. And once the paper is on top of the shirt, a heat press is pressed down, and once the press is down, the heat press turns the ink that's on the paper back into a liquid dye, and then it dries up into the garment or whatever fabric you're pressing onto. So it goes from solid back into a liquid dye onto the fabric. So for the most part, since it is polyester, it is very nice and soft, and it lasts a long time as well. However, there are a few downfalls, as you can see in like the armpit areas and the very top where the paper did not match it. It's hard for it to get into like the little creases. However, if you make the design in those areas according to the color of your garment, then those issues are more unlikely to be noticeable. All right, and last but not least, pretty sure you're aware of this one, direct to garment, probably because this is the most used process with print on demand services. Basically, it's a process of printing directly on the textiles using digital printers. So it's like a regular household printer you have at your computer desk. But instead of you sticking a sheet of paper in there, you're sticking a t-shirt in there. So it literally works just like that, except for there's a few other steps. There's pre-treatment, there's curing it. It can have great print quality depending on the printer that you paid for. But that's practically everything, right? It depends on how much the equipment you paid for, and if it's like top tier, low tier, etc. But anyways, it can be used with mostly cotton t-shirts. I've seen it also being used with polyester and whatnot, but that really has to do with the ink and the curing process. But it can print complex designs. Since it is a digital print, you're just printing like a printer, not like screen printing, how you can see it is set up by screen, where you have to have a particular color for each screen. But this one is like a digital printer. It merges all the inks together so you can print complex designs and complex colors, and it's long lasting if done properly, and it can be fast if you have the capital. So if you do have the money to purchase one of the higher end machinery, then the print process can be fast. But if you have low capital, this is kind of a hard market to get into with a low budget. So do keep that in mind. So I appreciate y'all for watching, and I hope that helps you out. So if you didn't know how something was printed and you needed to purchase the equipment, or you wanted to reach out to somebody else, now you know what to look for. If you enjoyed this video, comment, like, subscribe, and make sure you hit subscribe for the 10,000 subs giveaway. And if you're watching this video at a later time, hit subscribe still, because maybe we'll do some more giveaways to come. Maybe there's one already going on. I don't know when you're watching this video. That's the crazy thing about YouTube. But I'm pretty sure this video will help you out, even if you're watching this 10 years later, because a lot of the print methods are still the same. Peace.